What is up, everybody? Hobby with Cage, episode 205, your daily 5 minutes at a hobby. You know, that's how I started off this episode. And I changed it. I said the daily 5 minutes a hobby. I guess when you do 5, 6, however many in a row I've done, it becomes a daily show. I don't want to commit to that in the beginning. I also, have some stuff to say. Number one, this episode is brought to you by Arena Club and Bleecker Trading. Number two, hello, hobby. I don't know what made me think to say that. I don't know. I don't know where I got that idea from. Just popped out of thin air, right into my brain. I just wanted to say hello to everybody. Hello, hobby. No, I didn't get that from anybody or anything that's out there. Anyway, we move along. We move on. We have some fun. The hobby is an interesting space. Two things we're going to talk about for today's thoughts. Number one, the 5 minutes of hobby. I got to give credit. A lot of people messaging me saying this is great. It's giving them old Luka, Tiger, LeBron vibes, getting some content every day and, feeling like, it's like even re-energizing them. And that's great. Anybody who sends me that DM, I've kind of responded to, and I want you guys to hear it also. This is a hobby out of the innocence of children. I mean, that's what started me as a kid in the 80s, just opening cards because I wanted to pull a Don Mattingly card. And, opening an 87 Topps pack of cards because Paul Molitor had a hitting streak. And it was cool when I pulled up Paul Molitor, out of a pack. And I'm like, he's got a hitting streak. Looking for Mark McGwire or whatever it is. Even in the 90s, looking for Shaq. And, just trying to get cards of the guys that you liked and you wanted to collect. So I'm doing these 5 minute of hobby episodes out of the innocence of a child as well. It's pretty funny. I was bouncing the idea around here in my house, and I was like, hey, maybe we do daily episodes. I don't know. I haven't really done as many, and and my son said to me, he said, you can always find 5 minutes to talk about cards. We talk about cards every day, what he has, what's in his collection, what is he going to sell, what does he want to buy, what's coming out this week to have on a Friday. And he's right. I mean, you can always find 5 minutes to talk about cards. I want to talk about them for longer than that, but life gets in the way. And that's an important thing to discuss here also, guys. For a lot of people, this isn't life. This is the distraction from life. It is it's what you come to get away from the crap that's going on in your life. But what comes with that, my second thought is, what you're doing because what makes you happy. When you buy something or sell something or open something, what it is that kind of hits you right here. What it is that brought you here. What it is, for some people, it's not even the cards anymore. Some people, it's hanging out with card people. It's, showing off your collection or talking about cards, or, the folks in the friendship you met. And you see a lot of that at the National. But what's funny is there's a lot of talking heads out there. A lot of people telling you what you can and can't do, what it's okay for you to do. A lot of people, myself included, I put myself right in that category, who you have every right to ignore. You never know where I'm getting the info from. I may be some crazy person, or I may have just ripped off the content from somebody else, and that person may be a crazy person or not know what the hell they're talking about or doing. Who does know what they're doing, though? Who knows your own financial situation and what you can and can't spend, what you can afford and can't afford, and what you are enjoying now and what you're not enjoying now? You do. And in this space, that's the most important thing to remember. You don't need somebody else to tell you what you like. You don't need somebody else to tell you it's okay to sell your cards. Of course it is. They're yours. Do your thing. Have fun with it. And if it hasn't been fun, get the hell out. Or find something in here that is fun. I mean, it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be expensive. I talked about, boxes of cards that I open. Maybe buy a repack. If that's your thing, go for it. If it's not your thing, Buy a single, get on eBay, get wherever, and buy a card. Find something you love. I started a small PC this week, and this is what's on my mind as I tell you this episode. And the cards, they cost a couple bucks each because it's just not somebody that other people collect, but it's someone I collected. Someone who, I enjoyed collecting. I thought he was going to turn into this, amazing player. And, he was great, but collectors don't really pay too much for him. And that's okay by me because I'm going to be able to enjoy buying cards of this guy and building up a collection without having to pay through the nose for him. And it's just another little lane that I'm going to drive down in my hobby, journey and build up a little collection of this guy. And we'll see what it looks like in a couple of months or a year. And that's it. Today's daily 5 minutes of hobby. Hello and goodbye. Talk to you soon, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.